On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Shroud.
A length of cloth or other material used to cover or wrap a dead body, something that conceals or obscures something else, often used metaphorically.
Examples:
Shroud of mystery. Shroud of suspicion. The protective shroud covered the body in the coffin at the funeral.
Hillside.
The sloping side of a hill or mountain, a landscape feature characterized by a natural gradient or incline.
Examples:
Hillside landscape. Hillside vineyard. The hikers were stunned by the beautiful wildflowers on the hillside.
Shelter.
A structure built to provide protection from poor weather, danger, or attack.
Examples:
Rainproof shelter. Anti-air raid shelter. They really need food and shelter.
Thatch.
A material, such as straw or reeds, used to cover the roofs of houses or other buildings.
Examples:
Cover with thatch. Thatch of hair. The thatch roof was made from local grasses and was a traditional design.
Shack.
A small, often run-down dwelling or house, typically one that is poorly constructed or maintained.
Examples:
Humble shack. Beach shack. The fisherman lived in a small shack by the lake.
Elderly.
A polite word for old.
Examples:
A home for the elderly. Elderly woman. The elderly woman is quite energetic.
Thunderous.
Producing or accompanied by a loud, deep, rumbling sound, like that of thunder, intense, forceful, or impressive.
Examples:
Thunderous roar. Thunderous noise. The thunderous applause lasted for several minutes after the performance.
Cot.
A small bed for a baby or child, typically with high sides to prevent the child from falling out.
Examples:
Cot in the tent. Baby's cot. The hospital provides cots for patients' families who want to stay overnight.
Flood.
A large amount of water flowing beyond its normal limits, an overwhelming number or amount.
Examples:
Flood advisory. A flood of questions. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Tease.
To make fun of someone or make jokes about them, either in a playful way or to upset them. To separate the fibers of something. To ruffle a person's or animal's hair by combing.
Examples:
Tease the children. Tease wool. This ad is intended to tease a competing product.
Settle.
To reach an agreement of disagreement.
Examples:
Settle a dispute. Settle down in the town. I don't want to settle for second best.
Humble.
Having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's quality or importance.
Examples:
A humble cottage. Humble opinion. The nobler, the more humble.
Devote.
To commit or dedicate oneself or one's time, effort, or energy to a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Devote all of my energies. Devote my own life. He devoted himself to studying the history of ancient civilizations.
Intent.
A strong determination or attention to do or achieve something. Adjective, having a strong determination to do or achieve something.
Examples:
The intent of a question. Intent gaze. The designer's intent was to create a minimalist aesthetic for the interior of the building.
Nestle.
To settle comfortably or cozily into a place.
Examples:
Nestle deeper against him. Nestle in a cozy spot. The cat nestled in my lap and fell asleep.
Twig.
A small, thin, flexible branch or shoot of a tree or shrub, a slender, fragile, or delicate object or individual.
Examples:
Twig branch. Twig basket. The bird perched on a twig and sang a beautiful melody.
Batter.
To hit something or someone repeatedly with much force. Noun, baseball, a ball player who is batting.
Examples:
Batter the eggs. The batter's box. He got so angry that he battered the door down.
Afford.
To have enough money or time to be able to buy or do something.
Examples:
Afford to buy a new car. Afford a high travel cost. He cannot afford a holiday.
Honor.
High regard or great respect for someone. The quality of having and doing based on a keen sense of morality. Verb, to show respect towards someone.
Examples:
Womanly honor. Honor our ancestors. I claim on my honor that it is true.
Strip.
To remove the surface from something. Noun, a sizable narrow piece of something such as paper, metal, cloth, etc., or area of land, sea, etc.
Examples:
Strip a tire off. Coast strip. The doctor advised him to strip down for a check.
Shank.
The lower part of the leg, between the knee and ankle, a straight or curved part of a tool or utensil that is used to grip, hold, or apply pressure.
Examples:
Shank steak, golf shank. The shank of the hammer broke while he was trying to dislodge a nail.
Stew.
A dish consisting of meat and vegetables simmered in liquid, typically served hot as a main course or soup, a state of mental or emotional agitation or confusion.
Examples:
Stew meat, vegetable stew. I made a delicious beef stew for dinner tonight.
Cheerful.
Happy and positive, causing feelings of happiness or optimism, marked by or expressing joy or optimism.
Examples:
Cheerful smile, a cheerful disposition. Her cheerful personality brightened up the room.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Chip.
A small fragment of something broken off from the whole, a long and thin piece of potato fried in oil or fat.
Examples:
A chip of wood. I don't care a chip. We can use this campaign as a bargaining chip in the negotiations.
Clay.
A natural, earthy material that is made up of very small particles of minerals and can be molded when wet and then fired to produce ceramics.
Examples:
Clay animation. Soft clay ground. The sculptor carefully molded the clay into the desired shape.
Balance.
A condition in which everything has the same weight or force, something left after other parts have been taken away.
Examples:
The balance of power. Asset on the company's balance sheet. Try to keep a balance between work and off.
Wobble.
To move or shake unsteadily from side to side or up and down.
Examples:
Wobble a few steps. Wobble chair. The table wobbled a little when I put my drink on it.
Rub.
To move one's hand or an object over the surface of something with pressure.
Examples:
Rub shoulders. Rub a glass window. She rubbed the sore spot on her leg to ease the pain.
Mint.
A place where coins, paper money, or metals are produced under government authority. Any north temperate plant of the genus Mentha with aromatic leaves and small mauve flowers.
Examples:
A mint of money. Mint flavor. The mint produces thousands of coins each day.
Weave.
To make cloth, a carpet, a basket, etc., by repeatedly crossing a single thread through two sets of long threads at a right angle to them.
Examples:
Weave on a loom. Weave a story. The girl weaves a garland for her friend.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Feast.
A large meal, typically one served on a special occasion.
Examples:
A feast for the eyes. A nightly feast. The royal feast celebrated the harvest, and the community enjoyed it.
Overflow.
To flow or run over the edge or brim of a container or surface, to be more than enough.
Examples:
Overflow on the platform. Overflow with emotion. The river overflowed its banks during the heavy rain.
Privately.
In a private manner, not publicly, secretly.
Examples:
A privately owned railway. Import things privately. The couple privately exchanged their vows before the ceremony began.
Provision.
The act of providing or supplying something, a clause in a document or law that specifies a particular requirement or condition.
Examples:
Provision for loan losses. Administrative provision. The new law includes provisions for increased penalties for repeat offenders.
Party.
Characterized by vigor, strength, or robustness, showing warmth or enthusiasm of feeling, large and filling, referring to a meal or portions of food.
Examples:
Hearty meal. Hearty laughter. The hearty soup warmed us up on the cold winter day.
Gulp.
To swallow quickly and forcefully, to take in a large amount of air or liquid quickly and audibly because of surprise, fear, or excitement.
Examples:
Gulp water. Gulp air. He had to gulp down his coffee before rushing to work.
Vessel.
A ship or large boat.
Examples:
Blood vessels. Naval vessels. The vessel arrived in port the following day.
Relieve.
To make something burdensome, unpleasant, or painful less severe.
Examples:
Relieve his thirst. Relieve stress. The medicine relieved his headache, and he felt much better.
Terrify.
To frighten someone very much.
Examples:
Terrify people. The threats terrify him. It would be best not to terrify your associates into doing complex tasks.
Peasant.
A farmer or agricultural worker who owns or rents a small piece of land and grows crops, especially in a traditional or undeveloped society.
Examples:
Peasant class. Exploited peasant. Many people today romanticize the idea of the simple life of a peasant, but in reality, it was a difficult and often harsh existence.
Disguise.
To hide or alter someone's appearance to deceive or mislead others.
Examples:
Disguise my feelings. Disguise his voice. Later, it turned out that the politician disguised the fact from the public.
Panic.
A sudden strong feeling of fear that cannot be controlled and prevents reasonable thought and action.
Examples:
A panic reaction. Panic buying. The participation of oil-producing countries in the war caused panic in the financial markets.
Preparation.
The activity of getting ready for something or making something ready.
Examples:
A preparation program. The preparation of meals. He helped me with the preparation of this book.
Inadequate.
Not sufficient or enough.
Examples:
An inadequate income. Inadequate funding. The small budget was inadequate to cover all the necessary expenses for the project.
Precious.
Uncommon and extremely valuable.
Examples:
Price of precious metals. Precious information. We cannot afford to squander precious time.
Repeatedly.
Again and again, many times.
Examples:
Use cell phone repeatedly. Repeatedly nod. He claims that his legitimate requests were repeatedly ignored.
Lung.
Either of the two organs in the chest that people and some animals use for breathing.
Examples:
Lung capacity. Do lung transplantation. He has terminal lung cancer.
Wrath.
Extreme anger.
Examples:
Wrath of God. A high person's wrath. He finally exploded with wrath due to the team's repeated failures.
Shed.
To get rid of something as superfluous or unwanted, to cast off hair, skin, horn, or feathers. Noun, an outbuilding with a single story, mainly used for shelter or storage.
Examples:
Shed an old skin. A cow shed. He shed a secret tear when he heard the news of his friend's death.
Brag.
A piece of cloth, especially an old one, torn or cut into strips and used for cleaning.
Examples:
A rag of cloud. Rag doll. He used an old rag to clean the grease off the car's engine.
Mortal.
Subject to death, unrelenting and deadly.
Examples:
A mortal combat. This mortal life. All humans are mortal and will eventually die.
Mask.
To conceal something, noun, a covering that you wear over your face to hide it.
Examples:
Mask body odor. An oxygen mask. The politician tried to mask the corruption.
Loom.
To appear or take shape as a large, especially in a frightening way.
Examples:
Loom over the global economy. Loom on the horizon. The issue of divorce loomed large in his mind.
Brew.
To make beer or tea by mixing a substance with hot water.
Examples:
Brew a cup of tea. Brew beer. I am going to brew some coffee this morning.
Fleet.
A group of military ships, aircraft, etc., operating together under the same ownership. Adjective, moving very fast.
Examples:
Fleet of foot. A fleet horse. We destroyed a fleet of 70 enemy ships.
Messenger.
Someone or something that carries a message, especially one sent to convey information, news, or an official document.
Examples:
Messenger app. A secret messenger. An mRNA vaccine is a type of vaccine that uses a copy of a molecule called messenger RNA.
Shepherd.
A person who tends and guards sheep, especially in a rural area.
Examples:
Shepherd boy. Sheep without a shepherd. The shepherd's dog helped keep the sheep in line and protect them from predators.
Underworld.
The criminal world or the world of organized crime, the realm of the dead in various mythologies.
Examples:
God of the underworld. Criminal underworld. The story of Orpheus and Eurydice is said to have taken place in the underworld, where Orpheus attempted to rescue his wife from the realm of the dead.
Xenia.
The ancient Greek concept of hospitality, particularly the giving of gifts or other benefits to guests or strangers, considered a sacred obligation in ancient Greece, and failing to offer hospitality to a guest was seen as a major social taboo.
Examples:
Xenia hospitality. Xenia gift. In some cultures, the practice of xenia extends beyond mere politeness and includes the obligation to provide food, shelter, and protection to strangers in need.
Hospitality.
The friendly and generous reception and entertainment of guests, visitors, or strangers.
Examples:
Hospitality industry. Hospitality service. The hotel is known for its exceptional hospitality.
Ascend.
To go or move upward, to become king or queen, to inherit something, such as a power.
Examples:
Ascend the ladder. Ascend to power. The plane began to ascend into the sky.
Summit.
The highest point of a mountain or hill, a meeting of heads of state or government to discuss important issues.
Examples:
Reach the summit. Summit talks. The climbers reached the mountain summit after a long and challenging journey.
Shock.
A strong feeling or physical reaction to a sudden and unexpected event or experience, especially something unpleasant.
Examples:
Death from shock. Shock resistant. He got an electric shock at work.
Murky.
Dark and gloomy, or difficult to see through.
Examples:
Murky waters. A murky dungeon. Prospects for the suspect's conviction are murky due to a lack of helpful evidence.
Swamp.
An area of low-lying land that is flooded or saturated with water, often having a growth of natural vegetation.
Examples:
Muddy swamp. Swamp tour. The lowland swamp was full of dangerous animals and poisonous plants.
Refuse.
To show that one is not willing to do or accept something.
Examples:
Refuse a request. Refuse the company. My initial reaction was to refuse.
Cast.
To cause light or shadow to appear on a surface, to assign or choose someone such as an actor or representative, especially by selection process.
Examples:
Cast a ballot. Cast a charming eye. This accident cast a dark shadow over their lives.
Underwater.
Below or under the surface of the water.
Examples:
Hold my breath underwater. Seals sleep underwater. He is good at swimming underwater.
Intact.
Undamaged and complete.
Examples:
Intact brain. Intact forest land. Despite the scandals, his reputation remained intact.
Recall.
To remember something.
Examples:
Recall the incident. Recall his name. She vividly recalls getting laid off several years ago.
Terror.
Intense fear, a state of intense fear or alarm.
Examples:
Terror attack. Terror group. The bomb blast spread terror among the people.
Mournful.
Expressing or showing sorrow or grief, sad, melancholy.
Examples:
Mournful tears. Mournful expression. The mournful sound of the trumpet echoed through the church during the funeral service.
Sprout.
To grow or develop new parts, typically leaves or shoots, from a plant, to emerge, develop, or arise gradually or suddenly.
Examples:
Sprout seeds. Sprout wings. The flowers in the garden began to sprout after the first rain of the season.
Marble.
A hard crystalline metamorphic rock that has a pattern of lines going through it and takes a high polish used for sculpture and as building material. A small ball made of stone, especially one used in children's games.
Examples:
Marble statues. Artificial marble. The floor was made of white and black marble arranged in a checkerboard pattern.
Etch.
To carve, cut, or engrave a design or text into a hard surface. To corrode, erode, or eat away at a metal surface using acid or another chemical substance to create a design or pattern.
Examples:
Etch a metal plate. Etch a design into wood. He used a sharp tool to etch his initials onto the metal.
Grand.
Important and large in size, scope, or extent.
Examples:
A grand meal. Grand this year.
Rickety.
Wobbly, unsteady, and likely to collapse.
Examples:
Rickety structure. Rickety chair. The old wooden bridge was rickety and swayed with every step.
Metamorphose.
To undergo a dramatic change in form, structure, or substance, to transform or alter in appearance or nature.
Examples:
Metamorphose in appearance. Metamorphose over time. The caterpillar metamorphoses into a butterfly during its life cycle.
Gleam.
To reflect light in a way that creates a shining or bright and attractive appearance, to become visible or apparent.
Examples:
Gleam in eyes. Gleam like honey. The diamond ring gleamed in the sunlight, catching everyone's eye.
Temple.
A place of worship, especially one that is associated with a particular religion or faith, the flat area on either side of the forehead.
Examples:
Temple complex. A tour guide at the temple. He visited the temple to pray and make offerings to the gods.
Commend.
To praise or express approval of someone or something. To recommend someone for a job or position. To entrust or hand over something to someone else.
Examples.
Commend a job well done. Commend him for his bravery. The coach commended the team for fighting until the end and never giving up.
Gentle.
Having or showing a kindly or tender nature, soft and mild.
Examples.
In a gentle voice. Gentle downward slope. Her gentle manner relaxed everyone there.
Desire.
A strong feeling of wanting to have or do something.
Examples.
Unsatisfied desire. Fleshly desire. Low sexual desire typically correlates with low testosterone levels.
Permit.
To allow for something to happen or be done. Noun, the act of giving a formal, usually written, authorization.
Examples.
Permit application. Work permit. The teacher will not permit any students to leave the classroom early.
Flutter.
To wave or flap quickly and lightly. Noun, the act of moving back and forth.
Examples.
Flutter around finding. A flutter of a bird. The butterfly fluttered its wings gracefully.
Embrace.
To accept something willingly and enthusiastically. Noun, the act of clasping another person in the arms as in greeting or affection.
Examples.
Embrace an opportunity. A warm embrace. The woods embrace the house.
Canopy.
A covering, typically of fabric, supported on poles or suspended above a bed, throne, or other object, used to shelter or screen the person or object below it.
Examples.
Canopy layer. Under a canopy of smoke. The forest's canopy provides shade and protection for the plants and animals below.
Flourish.
To grow or develop vigorously or successfully.
Examples.
Flourish economically. Flourish worldwide. The Ottoman Empire flourished for over 5 centuries.
Overhead.
The expense of maintaining something that is involved in operating a business, such as rent and heating. Adverb, above your head, in the sky.
Examples.
Overhead capital. A cloud passing overhead. This merger will help them reduce overhead costs substantially.
Farewell.
The act of departing politely, an expression of a wish or well-being at parting.
Examples.
A farewell address. Bid farewell to the departed. There is his farewell party tomorrow.
Tower.
A structure that is exceptionally high in proportion to its width and either forms part of a building or stands alone.
Examples:
A bell tower. The tower on a cliff. She is a tower of strength for our team in trouble.
Linden.
A deciduous tree with heart-shaped leaves and fragrant yellow flowers, commonly planted in urban areas for shade or ornamental purposes.
Examples:
Linden blossom. Linden leaves. The linden tree in the park is the perfect spot for a picnic.
Oak.
A large deciduous tree that is common in northern regions and produces small nuts called acorns.
Examples:
The wine in giant oak vats. Old oak trees. Large oak trees cast a shadow in the garden.
Branch.
A division of a tree or woody shrub that grows out from the trunk or a main stem, a division of some larger or more complex organization.
Examples:
Branch office. A branch pipe. The branch of the tree had fallen and blocked the road.
Intertwine.
To twist together or become twisted together.
Examples:
Intertwine thread. Intertwine story. The vines intertwine to form a thick canopy overhead.
Eternal.
Being without beginning or end, lasting forever.
Examples:
The hope of eternal life. Eternal quarreling. In every civilization, rulers have tried everything possible to obtain eternal life.